Good morning. It's about 5:15 a.m. on a Friday. It's an adventure day. I'm grinding up some coffee to take out on the road. You and me, and we're going to go with Rudy, and we're going to go check out an Akia, a house that I found on Akia Mart, and we'll check out the area around it as well. We'll do a lot of other things, get breakfast, snack, lunch, maybe a swim in the sea even. Oh, don't forget my swimsuit, it's upstairs. I'll go get that. But let's grind the coffee. We can grab it. Let's go. Okay, we've got the Jimmy all packed up and stuff. I got Rudy in his little spot here. Yep. Take it easy, buddy. Okay. Let's go. All right. The car's all ready to go. I'm warming it up just a little bit. We're going to do first stop, get a little gas, and then the second stop, we'll stop at Sukia. I'll go in and get a nice hearty breakfast, and then we'll head out on our way. I brought Rudy's breakfast with him. He usually doesn't eat until 7, so we'll take a stop by the road and somewhere and have his breakfast on at his usual time. But let's get going. So one of the things that I'm discovering as I try to become an adventurer again is it's a strange balance between wanting to establish a routine for a life that is anything but routine, or at least an adventure cycle that is anything but routine, because I want to go to different places, have new and different experiences, but I need to catalyze that with a routine in the morning and maybe a routine in the evening to wind up and then wind down the activity, more so the morning. So starting off with a quick trip to the gas station right up here, followed by Sukia for a 600 yen hearty breakfast, will do the job. Plus, I'm going to throw into it, just because, the get of a mega latte from Lawson. So here I am at the gas station. Let's get some gas. I don't remember which side it's on. Yeah, I think it's this side. Yeah. Yeah. This early in the morning, and there appears to be just like nobody here except one customer on the other side. So with this place, you can use English. And I'll choose cash on the regular gas for 169 a liter, and I just want 1,000 yen. That should be all I need, because this will fund out of my adventure budget, which is courtesy of all of you, my supporters on Patreon, my YouTube members, and those who watch my videos. Thank you for buying me this 1,000 yen worth of gas, confirm, and then it'll send me to the pump. Yep, the pump right there. That's the hole right there. You know how to do the rest. We're all adults here. Oh, I forgot my receipt. Now, the way that it works, if there's, what you do is if there's more, like if I put in 10,000 yen and I only got like 4,000 yen of gas, there's a machine you can scan it with. Scan this little code right there. Well, if there would be a code if there was change due, and then it would just spit out the change. It's all robotic. So our next stop, now that we've got gas, is to, how'd that do? Oh, wow, that brought us to half a tank of gas. Wow. That's plenty for this adventure. And now we're going to go, because these adventures are not mile or kilometer intensive. They're intensive in terms of more time than anything else. Next stop is Sukia, where my wife's, what would I call her, a colleague of sorts from the old days when we were raising our daughter here. They were both mothers in arms, raising their daughters together, and she still works there. In fact, she's like the manager of the place. She's worked there for like 20 years. And sometimes she's working there alone in the morning. So let's stop by there and get ourselves some 600 yen Japanese breakfast. Here we go. It's right up here. One more thought to share with you. A really significant change that's subtle that's coming over me. Again, 5 months, 3 weeks in, 5 months, 2 weeks in or so. There's Sukia right there. You remember when, I don't know if it's the same with you, but with me, life's been hard. Really, really hard. I mean, not hard like Anne Frank hard. That's a whole other level. I'm hard like, just the run-of-the-mill first world, screw the friggin' career. Just one more thing, raising kids. That kind of hard, right? you know, all that stuff. Turn that down for just a second. So, and during all of that, I gotta think about how to say this in a way that comes across right. You know, I was rather indifferent to the fact of life itself, right? I mean, it's like, you know, especially beginning around, you know, mid 40s or so, it's like, take it or leave it. Of course I want to take it. I mean, it's not that I wanted to die, just that life was so hard for so long that, you know, I'm doing a crappy job parking. It was so hard for so long that I, you know, I was kind of indifferent to life. And not in a stoic sense, but in a very negative sense. That's changed now, and I would say that largely began to change in around, you know, mid 50s or so. Coincidental with the onset of the decline of my physical constitution. I mean, literally, my body's beginning to decline away, starting in earnest around 57. But that's changed now. This is fun. And I don't want this to stop. Now, I've always envied people. I've always spotted people who seem to be living that way, and I was never one of them. But it seems like I've entered that fray. It's like a new club, right? The club of people who really earnestly want to hang around and have fun. That's good. Well, there's Sukia. Right there. I see one person sitting at the counter. It's pretty early in the morning still. Let's go get some stuff. Okay, I'm in Sukia. They brought me my water, and the menu, like so many places here, has the tablets that you can order from. So I'm gonna have let me show you. I'll have the breakfast combo. I like the natto would be good, but this is the best one. The gyu here, $4.50, and I want to get the large rice. Add to list. Order.
Thank you for your order.
There it goes. Do you hear the ding, ding, ding in the back? And it'll be here in just like less than 3 minutes. And while we wait for my food to arrive, here's some photos of the house that we're going to go look at. These are straight from the Akiya Mart website. Oh yeah, the Akiya Mart is the place to go. Akiya-mart.com if you want to find good properties in Japan, available Akiya and otherwise, for really great prices, countryside, city, whatever you want. Check out akiyamart.com. Don't forget the hyphen. Check out those properties. Here comes my food. Okay, that was great. 600 yen for that breakfast that you just saw. Wow, what a spread. I think that's got to be like $4 for that breakfast, and no tip. Really amazing. Now, I have a thing that I do, and I when I check out of these places, I have this purse here that I carry with me. And so I'm filtering through the thing, and I always just drop my train change all over the place. Sure enough, as I was eating, I went out to the restaurant, arigatou gozaimasu, oishikatta desu, and I was saying it was really good, and I lifted up and my change spilled all over the place, flew across the thing, into the area where they were doing the cleaning and the cooking. They were out there grabbing the money. Oh boy. Let's check on Rudy. He's sitting here just fine. Rudy boy, Rudy boy. Are you ready to carry on with the adventure? Let's do that. And we'll stop in just a little bit. You can do your walkie and we'll get you some breakfast at your breakfast time. But let's go. We're going to need to stop and do the Good Life meditation as well. It starts in about 15 minutes. We'll just stop wherever. Sukia, great place. And you don't need to speak any Japanese. The menu thing there is all in English if you want. So easy place, easy peasy, cheapy weezy. All right, my next stop, just further down the road, is Lawson, where they've got the mega mocha. So I mean, mega latte. It's like a little less than 500 yen, and it's giant. It's like a venti-sized Starbucks. Let's go on. Okay, I got my mega latte, and I was going to show you the machine in there, but it was interesting. Hold on, let me put this on here. If I can do it right. Put it like this. I'm going to put you sideways for a second, and then like that. There was a gentleman in there from Sri Lanka. A lot of convenience stores these days here in Japan, or at least in Shizuoka, are manned by foreigners. Sri Lanka, Nepal, a lot of places like that. And their Japanese is good. And we had a nice talk in Japanese, and he's here studying programming. He wants to get a job and have a career in IT here in Japan. So he asked me what I did, and I told him that I formerly worked in IT as well. And so we had a nice talk, all in Japanese. So, which is interesting, 2 foreigners in Japan, all speaking Japanese. But I guess that's not uncommon at all, right? I mean, that's just the way the world works, right? You speak the language of wherever the heck you live, if you can, to the best of your ability. I certainly am trying. Now, it's almost time for me to start my Good Life meditation, which I do every day at this time. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug the phone in, do that, and then I'll carry on with the adventure. I got my mocha. Okay, this is our first stop along the way. I've stopped to take Rudy for a walk. He usually walks at 7 a.m. It's a little past 7 right now. So just keeping him on his schedule. And we're going past a graveyard here. I parked the Jimny over there off the road. And we're not going to pee on anybody's grave, but I've got my poop bags too. But I just noticed something really interesting. Let's just continue along and I'll show you. Have a look at these. These are very typical Japanese gravestones. So there's, these are Buddhist in nature, but that over there, that's the Shizuoka crematorium. And I've been there. I've only attended one funeral in my time in Japan, and it was there. It was more than just a funeral. It was the cremation ceremony. Here in Japan, they cremate people, and almost exclusively, although I don't think you have to do it. I think you can be buried if you want. Don't quote me on that. But almost everybody's cremated. And the family attends it. You actually go and you stay there and you watch the body go into the oven, turn it on, and then you go to a waiting room, and it takes about 2 or 3 hours for I don't remember how many, 90 minutes or something like that. And then you come out, and then everybody stands around as they bring the gurney out, and all you're left with are some bones, ashes and bones. And there's like 4 or 5 key bones that somehow the temperature always seems to leave behind. And you use these big, long, I think they're metal chopsticks, and the head of the family will take the bones, or maybe the crematorium staff will take the bone out of the ashes. Like where the body was, it's just like a silhouette of ashes, if I remember right. And then they hand the bones from one member to the other until they put them into a box where the ashes are going to go. Now, this is part of the reason why in Japanese culture it's taboo to, like, if you're having dinner with somebody and you grab like a karage, a piece of fried chicken on your hot chopsticks, and you want to give it to somebody else, you would never hand the chicken to somebody else and they take it with their chopsticks, because that's an action that you only do with bones in the crematorium at the funeral. And that's the exact same place. And I think it was Yumiko's grandmother. That's the exact same place. Now, I know there's another crematorium in Shimizu, but that's the one. I remember it. And there's a woman, just as I always say, there's always someone watching in Japan. There's a woman right there. And I've been spotted. So let's make our way this way, Rudy. Let's go to a place less conspicuous and less likely to leave us haunted. These green leaves here are perfect for spotting giant spiders. They can clamber up on there. If you go carefully and slowly, you can spot them. I'll let you know if I see any. Look at this. Rudy and I walked up to the end of this little road here, and I found this ginormous, like a construction, like a landscaping thing. Earth movers and stuff, doing all kinds of stuff. You ready to go back and have your breakfast? Let's go do that. breakfast at the cemetery. Let me show you this. This is interesting. It appears to be a used car lot. Look at that. DS Trade Company Limited. I wonder if it's even active anymore. 8 yens. 17 yen, 9 yen. Very cheap cars. 8 yen. That's not 8 yen. 8 monin, which would be like $500. That's a $500 car right there. This is kind of I pulled off to the side here, and it's kind of like this little backwater area along the river. Some old dilapidated cars here. I just wanted to look around a little bit. Okay, I pulled off to the side of the road here with Rudy to upload a video about that used car lot that we just passed. Decided to throw that up as a Walking in Japan episode. It's a really busy little stretch of road here, and the traffic has really started to come out with because it's getting on to working time. That's the Abe River up here. I'm making my way up here because around that mountain, I think I'm going to go left and go up to find that house. But I wanted to just show you, as I pulled over here to make the video, a very common sight in Japan. I just happened to notice it in front of the car. A Jizo. I'll be back in a second. This is a Jizo figure, patron saint of travelers, and among other things. A little statue right in there. And incense bowl, little teacup, some flowers. Thank you, Jizo-san, for protecting those around in a sacred stone. And maybe this goes somewhere. Oh, a quarry. Wow. Okay, let's get going back. Come on. Another stop along the way. This time, 7-Eleven. I'm going to pull in and get another cup of coffee and use the facilities. Really, the coffee is the excuse to use the facilities. But good to take care of this stuff before you leave the city area, because you might not find it. Well, I mean, there's parks and stuff, but you never know. So, old man like me, gotta go, right? You wait here. I'll be back with coffee. As with so many convenience stores, it's self-serve. You got the machine. I got the large cup. Choose on hot coffee, hot or iced, large size. And the machine, as they say, does the rest. I'm going to be grinding the coffee up and then depositing the beans, and it's really good. There it comes. Grinding, and now it's going to start dripping. Come on, drip away. There we go. There's starting. That's drip. That's true drip coffee. There we go. Yes, after the 7-Eleven, I got out and I wanted to give Rudy a break, so I took him out for a little walk, and literally the 7-Eleven's right over there, and this beautiful park. Look at that flowing river, fast flowing, clear water. That's where that Aki is. It's up there. The one we're going to go visit is up further up this valley. Seems like a very parkland setting. Tennis courts. All right, you ready to walk a little bit? It's quite a beautiful area. Yeah, and there's more over here, and I just love, look at that, flowing water. I just love flowing water. All right, let's carry on. Continuing my little neighborhood walk with Rudy from 7-Eleven, there's another used car place. Now, 114 monins, 10,000 yen. So 114 10 monin bills, 64, 79 mon. Nothing like Hachimon, nothing like an 8 mon or a $500 car, huh? There's a 149, 104, some far more high end. That's what you're used to see. I guess that place that we saw was, more backwoods. Oh, and there's the chimney. All right, we're starting to get up into the countryside. I had to make a bit of a turn to get around a big old dump truck. So I'll go safely around this old woman and back to the road, I think. Nice and slow. I love driving slow through areas like this. I have been to this area. I barely remember it from the past. I came here, brought my daughter here to a pool they've got, but not this particular right here. Oh, looks like they've got is this a park? Is this a place that I can park? Oh, it's a shrine, and there's a kid. Let's stop and check the area out, the neighborhood. Here's something interesting. Next to this old farm building here are these roof tiles, all lined up like this, waiting to be reused in some other mechanism. Maybe as, on floor, on ground, and paving stones, or to be broken up, or in some way. Lots of different uses. Beautiful old building. It's a very charming little village, a tea farming village. This is green tea right in front of us. Green tea on the hills, bamboo. So far, not a single person to be seen. Walking a little further along, I came to a little walkway through there. Isn't that tempting? Look at the bamboo almost spraying up from the side of the hill up there. And then up here, a little valley here. Let me pick Rudy up. Bowl-shaped valley with some sort of a horticulture happening there. Fans to keep the frost away in the winter. Little putt-putt cart there and a farm bridge across the flood channel. Isn't that pretty? And of course, as always, there's someone watching. There's a farmer. And just look at this spread of green tea. Oh my gosh. And they have like a hawk kite kind of floating in the air there. See that right in the center? And the farmer here, they have, oh, there goes the Suzume butcher right over my head. They have a basketball court over there and children's toys, and lots of farm equipment. What a beautiful area. I'd like to share with you another distinction between what it was like to be Softypapa 1.0 and Softypapa 2.0, although they're separated by more than a decade in age. This version 2 is much more alive than 1. Although, of course, I was just as much alive then, maybe more mortal than ever in my 50s, at the end of my 40s and start of my 50s than I am now at the end of my 50s, start of my 60s. You know what I mean. But the problem was, when I was Softypapa 1.0, I would come out to places like this at the end of a hard work week to get away. And I was exhausted, beaten up, beaten down, worn out. Now, I come to a place like this, in this current state of life, retired, and I feel a little more like that, right? It's a different thing altogether to recreate without the need for recreation. Big distinction. Nope, we're not peeing on the tea. Let's go further forward. No peeing on the tea. It's all green tea. Get the idea, right? Quite a collection of baseball bats there. The people working in the little thing back there, they saw me and they said hello to me first. I should have broken out in the conversation. You just get nervous sometimes, right? I feel like I'm intruding on people's privacy, but I gotta be more engaging when I'm being engaged. You know what I mean? Can't turn off with my nose. Got holding the dog, it's hard to do. Just as Rudy and I are getting ready to go, I noticed right over here what appears to be a little pet grave in the shape of a Doraemon, yeah. Probably. Oh, that's cute. Next to this tea factory. Serving this community. Okay, Rudy, here we are. Let's go. On my way to look for Akia, here's a splendid sample of an Akia. It's got a little bridge across the water here. And then the structure up there, a place to park. Butterfly. Tea farms. Very interesting. So here's the road that I'm driving up towards that Akia. It should be like this for quite a ways. Farmland, tea fields, etc. Driving nice and slow. No traffic just yet while I've got the camera going. Very narrow, lots of empty, abandoned houses all over the place. Many, many empty houses. That's all Akia really means, is empty. Across the river there. Now, I don't really know the address or anything for this house. I'm literally doing dead reckoning. I've been able to locate where I'm pretty sure it is on Google Maps. Once I get in the general area, I should be able to find it. I'm usually pretty lucky. Okay, I'll turn the camera off for now. I'll turn it on when I get some more interest. Now this is interesting, this little side road right over there. I know it's off to a side like that. That may not be the one. That would be interesting to examine, but it's a little narrow. Maybe I'll stop here and gain my bearings next to this. Looks like a lumber yard. Another empty house right there, I think. Beautiful, very valley up there. Here's a house that was a contender on our list. We didn't buy it. We didn't. Yumiko came out and checked it out. This was it. Wow. I gotta go. There's a bus coming. Try to get a picture when I come back, but someone tore it down and building something new. Okay, this is definitely the area the house is in. I'll try to find a place where I can safely park. Look at that bridge. No crossing that bridge anymore. I wonder, it looks like someone lives there still. I really lost my bearing. The house might be back in that little collection of houses back there. Gotta be careful I don't run into anything. It's definitely right around here. Ooh, Jizo across the river. Look at that. Stop. I'm sorry, I'm swinging the camera around everywhere. I'm still kind of emotional about the house that I just saw that was at one time a top contender on our list. It's right around here somewhere. Oh, there's a place that perhaps I could park for a little bit. Yeah, I think so. I'll try to park. I wonder if it's okay to park here. It's a little crossroads in the river and an open spot. This might be where the bus turns around. Probably I don't want to park here. If that's the case, then the bus, which just left, won't be able to turn around, so I'm going to find another spot. I think I found a better place to park. That's definitely the bus turnaround spot right over there. It's next to this mosquito pond. The farm road up there. That's kind of a turnout. I think I can park here. Yeah, that's the roof. Well, I've given it a little thought, and I think I took the wrong canyon. So this is interesting because I saw the house that was a top contender, but this was definitely the wrong canyon. But I just want to show you the mosquito pond. Look at that. I'll bet that's just swimming with them unless they put something in there to keep them away. Huh. Oh, look at the stone wall up there. All kinds of interesting things. Anyway, so I think I'll, oh, look at this, all kinds of interesting things. This is an old, maybe an old grinding stone, although maybe it looks a little clunkier than chunkier than usual. I think I'm at the wrong canyon. I have to go back down the valley and then up further. But I'm out of range. I've only got like one bar up here, so I can't really check the map. Let's continue on. It's fun when you don't know where you're going. Well, I had to stop for a second and share this amazing tableau. Look at that. That old abandoned car. Plus all the old machinery and gear of the old farm over there. And over here, there appears to be signs and golf clubs. Aqua Clara, something else, and a whole range of golf clubs. Someone's got it pretty well organized. All right, Rudy, let's carry on. Here's another look at that house. I don't want to be trespassing on these people's privacy. Just want to quickly show you the land. It's this main house there. The original farmhouse has been torn down since my wife toured it. My wife came here with my daughter and the realtor, and we really liked it. There was another structure over here that's been torn down, some facilities, etc. It's got a bridge that goes across. Oh, sorry, my finger's making the focus go out. It's got a road that goes up behind to somewhere. I was really enamored of this place. I really, really liked it. I thought this was the one. Now I'm happy with the one we got because our river has water. But that's a really nice spot. But this is serious Inaka. This is the countryside. I mean, it's a whole other caliber of game living and becoming a part of a community like this. I'm kind of glad that I dodged that. I made a right turn to turn around and check something out, and I found this road that seems to be following the Tomei Expressway up, and I just want to kind of see where it goes. Sometimes these lead to small farm roads. It's a little hard to know. Rudy's a little bit unsure. Farm road indeed. Oh, there's another road. This joins this other farm road. Let's go a little further up, shall we? It's all green tea to the right. So Come on, little K car, you can do it. Let's get that 1,000 yen worth of gasoline that I put in here, that my Patreon supporters, YouTube members, and viewers bought for me. Thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate that. Wow, look at that. That's a heck of a slope of green tea. Wow. It looks like it wasn't harvested yet. And it goes way up there. It's worth it to come up here just to see that. What's this? A tunnel to the left, going gosh only knows where, and I see a map. And then a road to the right. Let's go to the left, shall we? Ooh. Just to stop for a second. Well, it's not a map. It's like a power outlet thing. I just want to say, this is the kind of car to have for adventuring in Japan. And that is the dog you want. Let's continue going, Rudy. Let's hope the cars come. Let's just kind of like get out and take a look. What's all this about? Plywood and tarps. Look at that slope of green tea and that wilderness up there. What fun! Let's go see. Come on, Rudy. Ooh, you see the cars going by and the over thingy? Look at that. Wow. I love it. I love it. I love doing stuff like this. I guess the old Softypapa really isn't as dead as I may have thought. I've run my reach now. Good only knows where that goes. Oh goodness, where's this go? I'm gonna run into this tree. A cherry tree? Oh, and here's the end of the line. Look at the slope on that farm. Let's just get out and take a look real quick. Stay here, buddy. I'll be back in a second. Oh, they don't want you going in there. There's a little walk thingy up there. This is a farm, a green tea farm. And the Tomei Expressway goes right past it clearly. I mean, right past it. And then this is the farmer's shed. There's no farmer here right now. I'm not going to trespass on this farmer's farm. I'll just go no further than right here. And this is the farmer's putt-putt machines. See the two of them right there? They can go up, probably those two, maybe the two of them go up, maybe they diverge and go into different places. And then there's a footpath right over there. I'll zoom in, you can see the footpath and the putt-putt machines. Those putt-putt machines look well used. They have a couple of chairs sitting here. And now this is the green tea farm. Now it hasn't been harvested yet. It is harvest season. It looks like it wasn't harvested last year either. This looks like it might be its first year of being abandoned. And I can hear the water flowing in the stone. See the stones over there? That's where the creek comes down. This is quite a sight, quite a place. Butterflies, suzumebachi, I'm sure everywhere. Amazing. Amazing. What a fun adventure. Thanks for joining me. Okay, I'm gonna head on back now. Back down the mountain. Now here's an interesting observation in tea, so to speak. This is Shizuoka Prefecture in Shizuoka City area on the outskirts. And these are tea fields. Now there's a story being told in all of these. Now just way down the road, you can see if I zoom in there, there's a farm truck down there. So there are farmers still in the area here, but we can see in this one expansive view here, the story of tea. These, like I said, are green tea plants right here. This is late May. It hasn't been cut. I'm not going to touch anything. These green tea right here, that's the fresh cut, the fresh growth right there, that lighter color. And that will be cut very soon, and that's called shin cha. Shin means new, cha means tea, so it's the new tea. It's the freshest, most sought after tea in the Japan tea season. All of these rounded tea plants are carefully cultivated plants that are soon to be harvested. Now, the industry here in Japan is failing away. There's not enough people to farm the land anymore. There's not enough interest, not enough manpower, so to speak. And as a result, the farmers are slowly giving up the tea. And you can see this process here. Everything that you see right here in this view is perfectly maintained. There's tea up there, there's tea down here. But if we start to come across, look up there. You see where there's that distinct line right there? Behind, that was tea that was given up probably last year. So the farmer that farms this land probably had all of that stuff up there, all of that over here, and they were farming it. And as they got older, like, this is the year I can't do the whole thing. So I'm going to give up a section. And then year after year, they'd give up more and more. And you can see, if you look back, this section looks like it was given up maybe 2 years ago. This section over here, maybe 3 to 5 years ago. Look at all that. It's just a jungle over there. And what you can see here is the slow progression of farmer that owns this land and cultivates this land year after year, giving up that section, going wild, giving up that section, starting to go wild, giving up that section, and year by year, probably this year, they'll give up another section until eventually this will all just become wild again, and the tea will be just a memory in the green. That looks interesting up there. Doesn't that look like a train? How did a train get up here? It is a train. Number 65. Sign says no photography. Oh, okay. Well, I guess, drive-by. It was a drive-by photo. See that bridge dead ahead, way up there? That's what I was looking for. The place that I'm looking for, my memory map serves me right. Look at these old cars. Is across a bridge like that, and then on the other side is a small collection of houses, and it's one of them. This guy's going fast. Now, just a comment about the thing about the no photography with this train sign. I came here once a long time ago, and I never came back because I just got this feeling over here like it wasn't as friendly as the part of Shizuoka where I typically go. I was ducking down for the postman, and just a gut feeling that I have, and that's coming back. That sign just kind of made me feel like, who would park a train by the side of the road and then expect people not to want to take a photo? Anybody reasonable would, I think, know better. I think it might be one of those houses there. Maybe. So I stopped to check the map. I'm definitely off base. I mean, it's the right canyon. I'm in the right road, but I'm just a little further up. So, yeah, a little further. Let's keep driving that way. Okay, I think I'm getting closer and closer. Countryside is getting really beautiful. Look at that. So, firehouse here. Community. Probably park over there. That might be where I come back to park. That was the Kominkan, the community center right there. Ooh, I bet wonder if that's it right there. There's a sign that says parking. For what? Well, for what? Could that house be right over there? I think it could be. Parking for something. I don't know. I don't think it's for that. It's not for like gaijin hunting for Akia. Okay, I'm gonna turn the camera off and I'll find a place to park. I think a house might be right over there. So it turns out that's not it. That's not the bridge, but it's the next one up. We're really, really close now. But this is a really nice area. It gives you a kind of an idea for the community. It seems like there's still stuff going on. This is the community center right here. So this is worth, looking at as by way of, well, that's the firehouse like I showed you before. And then the community center is right over here. Take a look at that. And you can see deliveries make their way up here. It's not that far. It's, 30 minutes or less to downtown. This is the community center. This is their bulletin board for activities going on. And there's a little farm stuff. And there's a heck of an Nokia right over here. Let's go take a look at that. This is a heck of a place. Look at this abandoned house. It's completely swallowed by the green. It's not far out of the village either. But that's the house part there. There may be a shed or something or other there. But look at that. Just take a closer look. Completely swallowed. Now this is right in the village. Can't be long in looking at this. But completely swallowed in the green. Amazing. Okay, we're close enough to the house that we've abandoned. We're going to leave the car behind because this is a good safe place to leave it. Community center parking lot. And we're just going to walk the rest of the way. Kind of a dog walk to investigate the house. So let's carry on. I see people. So here's the outskirts of the area. You can see a couple of women up there waiting at a bus stop. Some houses. I heard a couple of voices. Maybe it was an old TV. I don't know. More up there. Saw a little farm road back there. That might be interesting to walk up, going up into that forest. Look at all the butterflies. Look at this. It's a butterfly garden. Meadow full of butterflies. Wow. There's more over here. And then still more. Here's the bus stop for Kurijima. It's a whole butterfly meadow. Look, some bathtubs over there, as usual. And then mountains up there. Wow, this is a nice area. Look at that house. Wow. And I think there's like some sort of a fancy restaurant here because I think that parking was for it. I saw a couple of oshade, fancy-looking women, like they were going to lunch together or something. Oh my goodness, gee, who wouldn't want to live here? This is really nice, friends. Wow, and the house we're looking for should be right up here. I think I can find it. I think I'm onto it. I think we're gonna find it. Look at this. They've got an umbrella. I was trying to figure out why the umbrella was in the corner. It's protecting that plant from the rain. Ooh, a Today. You haven't seen that? A Honda Today. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Certainly not today, or even yesterday. This little stretch of the road sure is narrow, and there have been quite a few cars coming by. So I had to turn the camera off real quick. Someone looked. I don't like, filming people. Oops, stand aside while the car goes zipping by. And I think the place we're headed to is over. There's the bridge that we were looking for all along. Ooh, flowers. Aren't those nice? Look at this pretty secret garden and sign pointing this way. Down. Ooh, and the laundry hanging. Oh, that's a pleasant, like a secret garden in there. Wow, Japanese maple. Everything. I love everything about this place. And the house, I should be able to find it right up here. And there's a hotel up here. This is the river. I think the house is right over here. I can find it. DIY's Asekibu. And that's right over there, because that, you see how that goes? Go across the river. The house that we're looking for is like right over here. So it's, whatever this is, this business or something is close to it. There's a woman walking. The resort hotel is right there. Mount Oyama, 6.6 kilometers. Yazawa, just under 1 kilometer away. Let's go across. I'll be able to recognize the place when I see it. Here's the river. I think it's right over there among those houses. But let's take just a moment to look at the river. There's a tributary right there. That's clean and clear. Beautiful. There's like an abandoned farmland over there. Here's an Akia for sure. And who knows where this road goes? Who knows? There's the house. Now that woman came from over there, so maybe she lives here and she's out for her post-lunch sampo or walk. Let's see. Now, so there's some sort of business over here then, huh? Where's that sign? Now I'll recognize the place when I see it. Is that it? Right there? That might be it on the very end. This is all green tea. Look how close we are to the river. That looks like it could be all abandoned farmland up there. All wild with kudzu. Yeah, I think that's definitely it. That's the house we're after. Right there at the end. Now I'm going to be a little bit quiet because my voice will draw attention. I want to get a good chance to film it. But that's definitely it. Dead center. That's the house that's for sale. Let's approach it and film it quiet. I'm just going to either say nothing or next to nothing. 5 bedrooms. Here, I already broke my silence. 5 bedrooms and a warehouse with an attachment door through the warehouse to the house so you can directly access it. Looks like it's got another hole, like another shed at the side there. All pretty updated. The bathroom looked good. The toilet looked nice. There's a road that goes behind the house. Let's go see where that goes. Parking. A lot of parking. Wow, look at this. Okay, I'm going to be quiet. Oh my gosh, it's not coming through on the camera just how nice this is. And it's in the 90s, so it's going to have good construction. It'll be safer from earthquakes than older stuff. Got some junk at the side. I saw the photos on the inside, and I'll include the photos from the listing at the end of this particular clip. It's a huge lot. That's a really big workshop area there. So you could have your workshop here with a rolling door, plenty of space to park a vehicle in the front, plus at least 2 more spots here. You could park a motorcycle right there. 5 bedrooms on the inside. Oh, that looks nice. Neighbor's house there. That could be an Akia, that one there. Someone has a car there. Let's just walk up to the end of the street here. This neighbor, looks like someone lives here. There's a dog. Hi, doggy. Doesn't seem to be startled by me or my dog. This seems to be not being used. That shed is about to fall over. This house looks good. Someone's living there. I think it looks like it could use a haircut. Maybe nobody lives there. That could be an Akia as well. Looks like some overflow parking here. There's that road. It goes up. It's a farm road. It goes up. I was right. That's farmland up there. This is probably an Akia as well. Or maybe not. This is the place that was the business. Something base. Yeah, that's the hotel. And a kitty. And an open door. One-eyed kitty. Lots of laundry at that house. Okay, I think we're reaching the end. This is probably an Akia there. Hard to tell. And a pad here. And then you come to the end and there's the river. It's like you could swim over there if you wanted to. And that just carries on. So friends, here's Softypapa's assessment for whatever it's worth. That is really nice. And the woman that, remember I told you, always being watched in Japan, she's watching me. She's across the river on the other side now. The woman we saw watching me now. I'm gonna give you my gut feeling, okay? This is a special place. The area seems, this is stunningly beautiful area. Riverfront, so to speak, small little community. It's going to be very safe. The community seems a little more lively than most. The infrastructure seems to be in pretty good shape. Good number of cars on the main road there, but it's off the main road, so you won't get too much. There seems to be some sort of business. There's the bus right there. Can you see it coming through? So, I'll hold it here. You can see the bus go by. So there's clearly bus service coming through. 35-40 minutes at max to downtown if you have a car, not a problem. Not too hard to get to the shopping. It has the feeling of deep Inaka countryside, mountain Inaka, without being it. This is going to be the type of atmosphere that's going to be cooler in the summer, the river to dip in. The house is built in the 90s, which means it's going to be the post-1981 building standards, higher standards. I've seen all the photos, which you'll see in just a second. On the inside, you'll judge for yourself what you see on the photos there. Get it inspected, but this would be, if I was still on the market, this would be a strong contender. Like I said before, I have kind of an iffy feel about this whole area here, but that might be just undue bias on my part, just because I prefer the other area so much. It's nice. Sign off for this for now. I'm gonna walk slowly back on through. Here's the photos. You can take a look. I might just add a few clips. This is getting to be a long day's video. Oh, by the way, this video is part and parcel of my retiring in Japan video, so it'll be a segment of it, but it'll also be broken out into a separate one. I make these videos, these clips about the houses for my friends, Joseph and Joey and Take over at Akiya Mart. They're great guys. Their service helped me and my wife to find our house, our beautiful dream Akiya here in Shizuoka. Blow our minds away, way more than we could ever have imagined. And I would recommend them to you. Check out their site, akiya-mart.com, and find your dream homes in Japan. Or maybe you just found it. I'll include the listing link in the description. Come by, check it out. If you come through Shizuoka, let me know. I'll come meet you downtown. We'll have a cup of tea together. All right, I'm Softypapa. And if you're watching this in retired Japan, thanks for watching so far. There'll be more clips coming. So here's the photos. Right, Rudy? Right, Papa. Rudy and I reached the end of the street. We came back. He got a nice walk out of it. And now we're going to take a little walk up the side here. It does seem to have a very large shed area here. Maybe that was used for livestock, poultry, or something like that. Oh, and you can see the propane cylinders right there as well. See that? So this is on the propane system. I'm not sure what it is for septic. Maybe you could use this land right here, for a garden right next to the house. Why not? I'm sure that would be fine. Green tea, like we saw before. Anyway, this is a very large shed of some sort. Don't know what it was used for, but the chicken wire gives me a suggestion that could have been chickens. There's water coming down here. That could be seen as a plus or a minus, right? Could be a hazard, but I imagine it's been flowing like this for a long time. There's a door on the back, and then the shed goes there, and then the farm road continues on up. All together, very nice. All right, here's another Akiya, empty house. Up here in the mountains around Shizuoka where I'm exploring. I came up here to see a house that I found in Akiya Mart. That house is just down this little road here. There's about 8 houses down there. About half of them are empty. The river is beautiful, rugged, wild scenery here. This house is in pretty good shape. It looks pretty old. It's got a carport. It's certainly no longer being lived in, although someone is coming by and taking care of the weeds. Interesting little architectural bits. Look at the iron there. Iron like a keyhole thingy. You see that right there? That's interesting. That's the front door, actually. Or no, this is the front door. Who knows what that door goes to? The roof seems a little bit old. I don't know. The second floor there. It's got a couple of rooms. There's a sign for Gulliver, car place. Coming along here. See, the tiles do seem like they've seen better days. This doesn't look like it's collapsed, but there's definitely a sag right there. Old air conditioner. This might be too far gone for anybody to reclaim, but it's certainly interesting to look at. And it's got a river view. You'd hear the river at night if you wanted to take this one on. And wow, and smell of the kind of that ozone smell of the river. You know, the good smell of a river. It's a really nice area. Interesting house too. Oh, it is missing a tile right there. Little signs. The water gutter comes down, lets the water out, and down it goes. Oh, and there's the old mailbox, I think. Not bad. And as if this place wasn't charming enough, next to the today, I found, look at these little mountain berries. These are edible. I've eaten these many times. They're all dotting the landscape here. Very nice. Okay, Rudy, let's head on back. Let's go get lunch. Okay, I found the village bus stop. Happens to be right in front of the butterfly meadow. Okay, come on. Am I in a game? Am I in a manga or something? What's going on here? Anyway, this is the village of Kurijima. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 5 or 6 buses a day. And you have a map down here of the line. So that's the place. Butterfly Meadow bus stops. I don't see any scarecrows like last week's village, but that's nice. With a nice view of a beautiful house on the other side. And I think this might be another business right there, because they've got this wagon wheel thingy. I can't read that, but it's got a sign that says something. If that's the case, that would be like the third business here. I've seen like a catering to like a boutique type of a thing. I just showed that sign to this woman. No, I asked ChatGPT, and it told me that the sign says that this way to the Takure house. I think I'm saying it right. So it's basically a sign to someone's house, but I think I'll bet it's a business of some sort. Most Japanese wouldn't be so Austin. You wouldn't put out a sign that says, we live over here. I bet they're doing something there, green tea, something, whatever. Look at that. That's got to be the village, hermit. Some old surly guy that lives there, stay off the lawn. This little cabin overlooking the village by just a little bit. And see these parking spaces? So I'm swinging around P2, P2. There's enough activity going on with whatever's going on here to warrant several parking spaces. All right, I found a little building that's just off the road just a little bit. I said take a look at it. It's one of those old farm sheds, probably no longer in use in any capacity. Just let's take a look. We won't trespass. I won't even cross the little dry stream here. Just kind of take a peek from a distance. I can see there's some stuff in there, probably tools. I can see a metal device right there of some sort. Lots of lumber along the side here. There's like an old buckets and other items all along there. The farm shed would service whatever farm is further up this old road. And then, water storage containers. Yeah. There's an interesting house that I'm pretty confident is Akia. It's on a very narrow strip of land. Someone's been keeping the weeds down. Maybe someone lives there. But look at the gutter up there and that porch covering falling in. There's a little bit of litter. It's quite overgrown on the side. It's got a kind of charm to it. Once somebody loved this place. Got some nice trees. Definitely Akia, I think. And was there a name black? No name on the door. Yeah, the name's been removed. I think it's Akia. Got good bones though, I think, huh? Here's looking at it. we had a heck of a day today. What an adventure for sure, huh? We found the house that we were looking for. We enjoyed that community. It was very interesting, and even got some time down at the beach at Mochi Mooney. Got some exercise in. Made a really nice dinner. I forgot to turn on the camera and show you what she made because I was just wolfing it down. Anyway, our evening is coming to an end. There's Yoko, and we're about ready to go for our evening dog walk. And you can see that it's staying lighter and lighter day by day as we head towards summer. Thanks for joining me today. There'll be another adventure next week, but of course we'll have our regular Retiring in Japan uploads as well. Be safe, but not too safe. Take care.